Hi there, it's your friend Phil, Project Management Trainer and Coach. Over the next number of days, we'll be looking at project management, talking about what it is and the skills necessary to become a great project manager. Now, this is typically a 2 to 3 day course that I present to companies worldwide. It's called Smart Project Management, but we're going to break it down piecemeal, and I'll be showing you what exactly the tools, the methods, the techniques, the skills, and the mindset for great project management is. So if you are new to project management, you will find this useful. And if you've been in project management for a while, this will give you ideas about how you can teach others project management in your firm. Welcome once again. Let's get started.
So welcome. I call this smart project management. See, you need to be smart in managing your projects. And this is typically a 3-day course, but I'm going to try and give you pointers in roughly, 30 minutes. It really depends on where I find myself with this stream. So I'm hoping that it helps someone who is new to the world of project management just get their bearings, know what projects are. Let's give you a few ideas, a few thoughts, okay? So I'd like to say welcome to those of you who joined. I see that one of my buddies, Bijou, welcome. Bijou joined, and I'm guessing the stream is coming across, so you're probably able to hear me. If I see you communicating, I'm going to assume that you can hear the sound of my voice. So anyway, welcome to Smart Project Management. Project management is one of those areas that people hear about. They're like, I've got no idea what my friend or family member does, and they say they manage projects. I'll give you an idea. One of the things I'm juggling here is time. So we manage schedules, making sure things get done at the right time. We manage cost, making sure that costs are accounted for, making sure that there is a budget. We don't just start spending money on projects. We have to count the cost, get an idea of how much in total we will be spending. And then we also manage scope. What is scope? Well, think of a telescope. Have you ever looked somewhere, maybe you're on a range, or maybe you're not given to that kind of sport. Let's say you are, out in the wild and you're trying to get a good glimpse of what's coming ahead. You need that telescope, that scope. Being able to scope out the project means knowing what is coming ahead by way of the work that needs to be done. A lot of people jump into the project asking, what do you want? I want a chicken sandwich. Great, let's go. But did you ask, what kind of chicken sandwich do you want? Are there any special features in the chicken sandwich? Because if the customer has special features in the chicken sandwich, special requirements, what's it going to do? It's going to add more scope. It's going to add more work. More requirements could mean more work. Or maybe it doesn't mean as much work. But typically when someone asks for a requirement, there's work either existing that will satisfy it, or there is additional work that needs to be put in place. You see, so these are some of the mindsets and the ideas. These are my credentials on the screen. I've been managing projects for a while now. Don't want to date myself, but started managing projects, let's just say when the millennium started, records management, and started off in that regard. And after managing those types of projects, I started studying for my master's degree. My first degree was in civil engineering. And then I decided to find a job in that field, got into environmental engineering, met my mentor, started managing projects, programs, schedules in different fields beyond just engineering, dabbled into IT for some years, dabbled into gaming, aviation industry, just name it. I've kind of dabbled into almost everything, healthcare. So those are my credentials on the screen. I've gotten certified in various certifications with a PMI. So the project management professional, the scheduling professional, and so on. All right. So going back to our discussion here about what project management is, many of the firms you see on the screen have asked, can you come out and train us on how to do this better? Can you give us an idea of where to start or how to standardize this? So lots of the firms on the screen have trained in project management, both general project management and for the PMP exam. So this is from the PMI. Did you know that 90% of global senior executives ranked project management methods as either critical or somewhat important to the ability to deliver successful projects and remain competitive? Did you know that? You can find a paper there at that link I'm showing here. But project management is becoming a very important profession. It's already an important profession, but it's becoming even more important. 89% of high-performing organizations value project management. And high-performing organizations successfully complete 89% of projects, while low performers don't even complete half of that. Think about it. High-performing firms knock out of the park 89% of their projects. That's commendable compared to the low performers. So the high-performing organizations value project management. The low-performing organizations, they want to fly by the seat of their pants, and they waste nearly 12 times more resources than high-performing organizations. All this information is from data that is out there. You might have come across it before, but take a look at the contrast between organizations that use a methodology and those that don't. Out of those that do, 38% meet budget. Those that don't, only 31% meet budget. That's a 7% differential. That's huge. You take a look at the numbers all the way down time, cost, and scope. It pays to use a methodology. How many of these firms that took part in this survey on average used the PMBOK guide? 41%. 41% of the firms used the PMBOK guide. 3% used Prince 2, and a staggering 26% do not use a standard methodology. So I tell those firms they got to get with the program. They're missing out. They're missing out, and they're doing themselves harm if they are not practicing based on a sensible approach, a tried approach. For those of you who do not know about the PMI, the Project Management Institute, I'll say go to pmi.org and you'll find a lot of these white papers and information that I'm sharing out there in the world of the PMI, right there on the website, especially if you're a member of the PMI. So this information isn't new. It's out there. It's been around. So the conclusion is, in order to do well, you should consider having some method to the madness. 80% of high-performing projects are led by a certified project manager.
And that concludes our introduction to the program. Next, we'll be talking about core definitions.